Hey beer tubers, it's Ryan back with another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to look at another beer from Avery. You saw me gush over their Maharaja Imperial IPA. So we're going to be taking a look now at their DuganA IPA. So another IPA, another double IPA from Avery. This one is 8.5% ABV and it says it's 93 IBUs. So few percent lower ABV than Maharaja, but only about 10 or so IBUs from what they state on the bottle. So let's get this thing poured. I've had this once a while ago. I don't know how fresh it was at the time. I remember it tasting pretty good, but this is the most recent batch, gold foil. It has been out a little while now, but should still be pretty good. So appearance wise, hazy orange color, just spot on orange. Very bright white head, we got about a finger and a half, lots of small bubbles. Carbonation's pretty low. Let's get the aroma on it. This one's not quite as pungent as Maharaja, but it's got a little more, it's got more malt coming through is what it is too. It's got nice sweet caramel malts. Hops tend to be kind of on the citrusy grapefruit. There's some hop sweetness in there, like a mandarin orange, sweeter orange character. And then down below that, there's a touch of pine. There's also a little bit of a tiny bit of a floral character on there as well. Like I said, this has been out, so the nose might have faded a bit more, but I'm pretty sure it's still going to be a pretty bitter beer, so I'm ready to dig in. Cheers. Wow, you take, oh man. First sip wasn't bad, but second sip, I let it sit on my tongue a little more. Wow, there's a ton of bitterness on this. This is very much a hop-forward double IPA. I mean, big time pine, bitter grapefruit, and kind of like a resiny character, kind of resiny pine citrus notes just smack you up front of the tongue. And then they're there most of the way until the back end, where a really nice caramel malt character comes into play. Helps balance it out a little bit more. It doesn't go too hop forward like some just regular IPAs because they lack that malt backbone. This one's got the higher alcohol, more malts going. It's fairly dry on the back end. You do get some lingering bitterness on your tongue because of this massive hop character on this thing. And the malt backbone's really nice. It's really smooth. Just nice caramel notes on there. We'll see how it warms up a little more. I've had this out of the fridge for only about 10 minutes, so it's still pretty cool. And we'll see kind of how that develops as we go. Okay, I've been sipping on DuganA a little bit more. First thing I'd say of this beer is it's hoppy. It definitely has a lot of hops. Second, it has a really big interplay between being bitter and sweet. Because there's a ton of bitterness up front. There's a good amount of sweetness in the back end. Really nice kind of caramel malt backbone. They got the hop character now to me just becomes like a little more piney. You still got just a touch of the bitter grapefruit, but mostly it's just like big time resiny character coming off on this one. So it's sort of kind of like a meeting of all the coasts in terms of IPAs. It's got the kind of the West Coast, Midwest, and then the East Coast kind of flair to it. So I'm gonna have to go with an A. It was between A- and A. Just a really well brewed beer. I mean, it's hop forward, but it's not too far over the edge. There's some sweetness coming in to help balance it out a bit more. The only problem I can see with this one is if you had this with too much age, that sweetness might get a little too much as the hops fade away. But I mean, I got to go by what I have here, and this is just really nice. If you're a hophead, absolutely gonna love this beer. I don't know if this is seasonal. It's when they can brew it. Is it year round? I'm not entirely sure because I've seen it in the past and then it goes away and then it comes back. So not entirely sure what the deal is with DuganA IPA from Avery, but Man, they make some excellent hoppy beers among some of the other beers. I got to review more of their stuff for sure. I did do a written review for the Beer Geek Nation website on their New World Porter, so check that out as well. Fantastic brewery in Boulder, Colorado. It's going to wrap it up for this review. Until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.